Hello everyone, this is Olumayowa Victor Ogunsola from iDPS Consult Netherlands. iDPS means I diagnose and prefer solutions. Today I've got something very interesting for all of us. I say all of us because at one time or the other, you might find yourself wanting to be a speaker in public space. So I'm talking about public speaking skills today. Actually, last week, I had a situation where some students came to me at the university and they say, we want to improve our public speaking skills. And that's why I am making this video titled, Top 10 Tips to Improve Your Public Speaking Skills. Before I go on with the video, I'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can have access to all the professional development videos that we make for you at iDPS Consult Netherlands. Click on the subscription button right now. Subscribe. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Use the like button or please make comments using the comment section on YouTube. We love to get feedback from you. Let's go back to the topic of the day. Top 10 tips to improve your public speaking skills. Yes, you can be an expert public speaker. Tip number 1, you have to practice and prepare. Just like any other thing in life, practicing and preparing helps to make the actual performance a very effective one. Ever heard about the saying before, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So it is in public speaking as well. When you practice, when you prepare, when you plan towards the actual public speaking, actually event, then you will find out that easy and peasy, you will get it right. So tip number 1, guys, you want to be an expert public speaker, practice and prepare. Practice, 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 and prepare a lot of times. So let's go to tip number 2. It's also that you have to know your audience and know the space or the location. Who are the actual people that you will be speaking to? Are they students? Are they a bunch of entrepreneurs? Are these people from the community? Who are they? So you have to know your audience and you have to know your space or location. What I would advise is that you normally would go to the location before the actual event and make sure that you know the location. Where do I stand? Where do I look? What example can I use? When I stand, at what point of view can I see the audience? So know your audience, know your location. Knowing your audience is very important because then you can already know what kind of jokes will be interesting to them, what kind of questions will be interesting to them, what kind of data will be interesting to them. Of course, this data, of course, must be relevant to what you talk about as well. So that was tip number 2. Make sure you know your audience, make sure you know the space and the location that you'll be speaking from. Tip number 3 is that you should organize your materials effectively. I would also act efficiently. So make sure that you are giving the right materials, at the right time, at the right pace, in the right structure. So organize your materials effectively. If you start with what you're supposed to say last at first, then already you confuse your audience. So structure your materials and organize your materials in a way that the audience is really enjoying what you have to say. So organize your materials effectively. Tip number 4 is a very important one, and that is that you should watch out for feedback. As you speak in public speaking, watch out for the feedback from the audience. Feedback could even be the body language of the audience, and adapt that feedback immediately as you speak. Use that feedback to improve your speech. So watch out for feedback as you speak and use that feedback, embed it in your speaking at that time. Tip number 5 is that you should be yourself. Let your personality shine through as you take that stage. So don't try to be who you are not. Be yourself. Breathe in, breathe out, and be yourself on the stage. Let your personality shine through. If you're a funny person, make some jokes. If you are someone who is strict or something like that, let that come through. Let your personality come through during public speaking. That will be the 5th tip. Let's go to tip number 6. Tip number 6 is that you can do better when you use some humor. Tell a story and link the story to the topic that you talk about. Use some humor, and that way these people don't find you boring. They enjoy the humor, they enjoy the links between the stories and the point that you are trying to make. That was tip number 6. Tip number 7, avoid reading. So you go to a public speaking event, you want to address an audience, and you are reading. If you can, please avoid reading. Rather, make eye contact with your audience. You might want to read if you have to quote something. And of course, imagine then you say, and I will read now exactly as you can find that in the text. Then you pick the textbook, then everybody knows that you are doing something practical. That's different from reading the actual speech to the audience. That can be monotonous and boring. So avoid reading and make eye contact with the audience. When you have eye contact with the audience and you avoid reading, then it shows that you really know your stuff. And that was tip number 7. Let's look at tip number 8. It's about verbal and non-verbal cues. So use your body language, use your voice rightly. The pitch of your voice, when is it going to be high? When do you go quiet because you want them to think for some seconds? When do you lower the tone of your voice? All of that matters in public speaking. And also about body language. What do you do with your hands? What do you do with your body, with your movements? That's very important in public speaking. So watch out for your verbal and non-verbal cues. When you are excited, how do you raise the pitch of your voice? And when it's something sad, how do you lower the pitch of your voice? These emotions are very important in public speaking. So verbal and non-verbal cues, you have to be strong at managing these. Tip number 9 would be that from the beginning of your speech, you have to grab the attention of the audience. How could you do that? Perhaps you start by showing some historical data or some statistical data. For example, to say, do you know that in Nigeria, over 90% of the population live in poverty? You're starting with some statistical data, and that already captures the audience. Whoa, really? Some of them might even want to cross-check, and the moment they cross-check and they find this to be true, the more they want to listen to you. So grab the attention of the audience from the beginning, and that could actually be the first tip. Of course, you have to practice and prepare, but what's important is that from the moment you climb that stage, you have to grab the attention of the audience. And how can you do that? Again, bring some historical data into concept, or some statistical data, or some diagram showing a pictorial view, a visual view of something that you want to talk about, and that way you already capture the minds of your audience. And the last tip, that is tip number 10, is that we could make use of audio visuals. What do I mean by audio visuals? Imagine that in the middle of your speech, you show a picture that really clarifies what you are talking about. Imagine that you talk about poverty or unemployment in some parts of the world, and you show a picture that really depicts what you are talking about. I think then you would really grab the audience, and they will be focused all through your speaking. So that was top 10 tips to improve your public speaking skills. Thank you very much. Yes, you can become an expert public speaker. Maybe you want to contact us and say, how can you help me to become better or to become more effective at public speaking? Please visit our website, www.idpsconsults.com, or you can send us an email at info@idpsconsults.com, or you can contact us on the direct line there, +31 from the Netherlands, 649-154-231. We will be happy to help you at iDPS Consult Netherlands to become an expert public speaker. Thank you very much. This is where it ends today. If you like that, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you think that there's something we can do better, use the comment section on YouTube, or send us an email at info@idpsconsults.com. Remember, at iDPS Consult Netherlands, we diagnose business problems from the root causes, and we love to prefer smart solutions. Thank you. You know that I will not go until I talk about my passion. And my passion is that Africa must develop. Therefore, I say, are you an African anywhere in the world? Keep doing all you can towards African development, and keep doing all you can to make sure that Africa is united. Africa must develop. This is where it ends today. Therefore, in English language, I say, thank you very much. Dutch language from the Netherlands, thank you well. Yoruba language from Nigeria, West Africa, Esheo. Bye.